Ay, I know you grinding, I know you time, you young flipper. But just think bigger though, think bigger now, think bigger. Look, I know it's in you, take some time to get the picture. But just think bigger for me, think bigger now, think bigger. Look, I know you riding, I know you dying, you my nigga. But just think bigger though, think bigger now, think bigger. Man, you a god on this earth, don't let them tell you different. Think bigger, think bigger, think bigger. God from the west, one priest out the northeast.
Khan. Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, man, I want to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, right? That is to say, all praise to the Heavenly Father, whom the world calls God, and the name of His only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man, right? We the Hebrew Israelites, man, we come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man, America, aka Babylon the Great, right? And to wake up you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans and Seminole Indians in these last days to tell you that you are the true children of Israel. You are the children that the Bible speaks of, God's holy and separate people, man, right? So as time progresses and brothers and sisters come into the truth, right? And as brothers keep going out prophesying, you know, week in and week out to wake up the people, right? Everything becomes a mocking stock or a gazing stock, or we become so-called, you know, the focal point of folly and foolishness, man, right? And then when you start following the Lord, you become to a point to where, hey, people don't deal with you the same, man, right? And then you start making yourself a target amongst the people. You start making yourself a open dartboard, right, for lack of better terms, where people look at you and they talk behind your back, right? They discuss things about you. They look at you as you're weird, right? And then they come at you and they attack you because they may not agree with what you're saying, right, or what you're coming with, your doctrine, or they don't understand the truth, right? And then you actually become enemies of the people, right? Give me Isaiah 59 and 15 real quick, right? You depart from the world because what the world teaches you is nothing but wickedness. It's full of darkness. And when you walk contrary to what the world teaches you, you become a prey. That's right. Right? You become, like I said, a target that's in a wide open area without things to hide behind, man. Right? Read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 15.
Bring it out!
Truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. Maketh himself a prey.
Right? So the truth faileth in the land, man. Right? Truth fails in a place where there's darkness. Right? Because what's the truth? The truth is the light. The truth is what guides you to the one they call Jesus Christ, right? And back to the Father, right? Ultimately back to the Father. But in the land, truth faileth. But when you decide to follow truth, you become a prey, right? You become a target to the enemy, man. Right? And they're looking at you in such a way as if, man, hey, you a weirdo, man. Right? Read it.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 4.
Bring it out!
They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them.
See that? Right? And when you forsake the laws of the Lord, man, you praise the wicked, man. Right? You amongst the congregation of the dead, man. You walking amongst nothing but zombies, right? In the land of the dead, right? And that's exactly what it is. You make yourself a prey and you become an enemy to those that are already enemies of the Most High God, man. Because you decide to tell the truth, right? Give me Galatians 4:16 real quick. 4 and 16, right? And that's what you are, man. You become an enemy, man, because what? You tell the truth.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy? Because I tell you the truth.
Hey, and that's right upon tables. Have we become your enemy because we speak the truth? Right. Well, guess what? The answer is yes. we have become the enemy of this world.
That's right.
Because we speak the truth.
Right.
Right? And understand that the Lord had already told you, if you are a friend of this world, you have become an enemy to him. Right? And we want to be friends of the Most High. Right? So therefore we have made ourselves enemies to this world and stepped out among, the thorns and the thistles and all the predators, man, and made ourselves a prey for this truth. Right? Read that.
Book of John chapter 15 verse 18.
Bring
If
it out.
the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Hey, and as simple as that. And that, I was going to get that precept. That's through the Spirit, man. Right? That, the Lord, and that's what it truly means to follow Jesus, the one they call Jesus, but Yahweh Shai is his real name, man. Right? This is the reason why they hated him. Because think about it. In Christianity, do people really hate Christians, man?
Right.
It can't be that. Because majority of the world is Christians.
Right.
You ask a murderer that's been locked up for 30 years, hey, what's your religion? I'm a Christian. Or a Muslim, some will say. But the majority say I'm a Christian. Right? The homosexual, I'm a Christian. Right? Nobody hates them because they agree with the world.
Right.
Right? But when you come to speak the truth and what Yahweh Shai spoke, then you make yourself an enemy to everybody. That's why he was hated, because he spoke against the world.
Right.
That's why people don't understand what's going on, because they say, well, hey, Jesus is love. Jesus came to teach love. Jesus came to teach love. Well, if he came to teach love, then why was he hated? Why did they hate him? Why would you hate somebody that come to teach love for everybody? That sat with sinners, that healed the sick, healed the lame, healed the blind. Why would they hate that person? Because he was contrary to the way this world walks and the way you think. Because guess what? Contrary to your belief, Christ came to bring division on the earth. He didn't come to bring peace, man. He didn't come to speak the things that you hear in church. No, he gave the doctrine that what you hear when the men on the highways and hedges come to speak, man. That's the reason why he was persecuted. Right?
This is the 1 John chapter 3, verse 12.
Bring it out.
That is Cain, who was of that wicked one and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil, and his brother's righteous.
See that? And that's the difference, because Cain, all Cain had to do was do what the Lord told him, man. Right? The Lord told him what to do. He had the commandments on how to do it. Right? But yet, he was evil in his heart. He wanted to walk contrary to what Yahweh told him to do. But Abel did exactly what Yahweh told him to do. That's why he was accepted. That's why he told you, if that would not do good, would you not be accepted? Right? Paraphrasing, man. That's why he asked him, why are you wroth? What are you wroth for? Because you are moving contrary to what I'm telling you, right? Read.
Come on, verse 13. Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you.
Hey, and it's simple as that. Don't marvel, man. Because people are going to hate you. People are going to come against you. People are going to try to persecute you, man. They're going to talk evil against you, man. Give me 2 Timothy 3:12, right? They're going to hate you, man. What's going on, King? Take a flower for me, King. You're an Israelite, brother. Repent, keep the commandments, man. Separate from your enemies, right? Give me that in, Con, read that.
This book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 12. It reads, yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, shall suffer persecution. Shall suffer persecution.
Hey, everybody that's going to live godly is going to suffer persecution in these last days, man. If you decide to live godly, you're going to suffer persecution, man, in these last days, right? Hey, take over that camera, King. Right, so right. So if you decide, read that one more time, Mark.
Verse 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. It reads, or 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in the Mashiach Yahweh Shai shall suffer persecution.
Right. So if you decide to live godly, right, for your house, what's going on, kid? Right, we're gonna suffer persecution, right? So, right? What's your nationality, man? Right? So that's what we got to understand in these last days is, look, you decide to come and serve the Lord, man. You decide to come and separate yourself from the worldly ways. Hey, guess what? People are going to look at you like you're a weirdo. People are going to approach you like you're strange, man. Right? And this is mainly for you newcomers that are coming into the truth, right? And that don't really understand why your family looks at you like they do. Why, right, your friends, so-called, don't deal with you like they used to. It's because the Lord came to bring a separation, man. Give me that, I'll come knock this, right, give me that, right? So, we got to understand that, right? Read that.
This book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 36. And it reads, let me see. It say, I'm going to start at verse 4. Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
What the Lord say?
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father and against his daughter.
The Lord said, look, I didn't come to send peace on earth, man. That's not his intent. It's not to send peace that everybody would live hand to hand, every and ivory, holding hands together, walking to the kingdom together. No, he came to bring division to the earth, man. Right? He came to separate family members. He said, look, I come to get 2 from a family, 10 from a city, man. Paraphrasing, man. He's not taking everybody because he understands that everybody's not going to get this truth. They're not going to accept what the Lord actually is about, man. They don't want to accept the truth, right? Read it.
This book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay. I tell you nay, but rather division.
Hey, and it's played upon tables, man. Red letter. The Lord said, don't suppose that I come to send peace on earth. I didn't come to send peace, right? At the moment, he come to send division, man. He come to separate the sheep from the goats, right? The Lord said, does my sheep hear my voice and they follow me, right? But everybody's not going to follow. Everybody looking at you like you strange. You're an outcast. You're the so-called black sheep of the family or the crew that you used to run around with, man. They get confused on why you walking contrary. Why are you wearing this carpet at the end of your shirt, man? Why are you wearing those rags around your head? Why you don't come out on Saturdays like you used to, Friday nights, man? Why you don't go to that same rib shack we used to go to back in the day, man? Why we ain't messing with them same harlots like we used to? What's going on? Because the Lord came to purge out the wicked from the righteous, man. He came to bring that division, right? Hold on, read that.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 3.
Right.
For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walk in the viciousness, lust, lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries.
Right, because back when we used to walk in all that stuff, man, we were just like the Gentiles out here, man. We was like the rest of the crowd. We wasn't separate because we was walking with everybody else, man. In rioting, lasciviousness, excessive drinking, man. Drunkenness, partying all the time. Read that. Mike?
Wherein they think they strange that they run not with them.
What the Lord say?
Whether they think it's strange that you not run with them,
Right.
to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
And that's what's going on, man. They think it's strange that you ain't running with them, man. Right? And they start to speak evil about you because you chose to separate yourself from the world. You chose to be different, right? And then they look at you like, hold on, man, what's going on with this? This cat is weird, man. What is the deal, right? We're trying to figure out, man, why has he changed his ways all of a sudden? Why is he so different? What's your nationality, your sister? You Hispanic? Right? See that? They run with the heathen. They want to speak. Yeah, she agree, but she run. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me, man. But that's the thing, though, man. You know, They think it's strange, and then they start speaking evil against you. They start talking against you. They start murmuring, complaining, man. You know what I'm saying? And then they looking at you at a distance, and then they think like, man, what's going on? Give me 1 Corinthians 4. Right, yeah, read that, come on.
This book of 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9. For I think that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world.
What the Lord say?
We are made a spectacle unto the world.
Right, because the Lord said, look, I'm going to set the apostles last, right? But sometimes, hey, man, we might be appointed to death, man, in this thing, man. We were sent forth to come out of the world, to be separate, to be that light, that beacon, right, so-called, for, hey, they let those lost sheep come back home, man. And he said, we are going to become a spectacle to the world. People are going to start looking at you like you're strange, like you're different. What's going on, man? This cat is crazy, man. What is he talking about, man? Right? Why is he reading that book all the time? Didn't the white man make that book? Right? Is ain't that the devil? Did they remake that thing? No, man. Right? Read on.
Verse 10. We are fools for her Mashiach's sake.
What the Lord say?
We are fools for her Mashiach's sake. But ye are wise in her Mashiach.
Right. We fools for the Lord's sake, man. We make ourselves fools. We make ourselves spectacles by coming out while everybody's partying and doing whatever they want to do, enjoying themselves. The baseball game just let out. They won again, I guess. You know, the fireworks is popping. Everybody hanging out, drinking it. But guess what? We make ourselves fools because we standing on the corner preaching the Bible, man. Right? Trying to wake up the black, Hispanic, and Native Americans out here, man. Right? We're fools. But the world is deemed wise, man. Right? Read on.
Verse 11. It reads, I'm going to keep reading on verse 10. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
Exactly. Right? In the eyes of the world, we are the weak ones, man. And they're the strong ones, man. Right? Because they feel like everything they doing is justified, is cool. They're living by so-called faith. They ain't got to do nothing, man. They think the Lord just love them, just because. Right? But guess what? We're deemed weak in the eyes of these people, man. Fools. A spectacle to the world, right? Is there more on that? Right? So this is the thing, man. For you so-called newcomers and those that need to be reminded, man, of why things are going the way they're going in the world is because the Lord chose you out of this world, man. He's the one that pulled you out of that. Go back to John 15 and 16 real quick, right? He's the one that pulled you out of this thing and chose you to be separate from the world, man. He's the one that gave that to you. You give me Jeremiah 1 and 5, right? He's the one that gave you the opportunity, hey, man, to wake up and come out of that grave, shake off the dust that you've been collecting over time, hey, man, and make yourself new, right? Read that.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, and verse 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain.
So the Lord said, look, you didn't choose the Lord, man, right? You did not choose to be out here, right? The Lord chose you to come off among your family, man. Stop eating that nasty pork. Stop indulging in the same things that your family does or your friends do, or the things that you used to do. Give me Ephesians 4 and 22, right? The Lord chose you to come out of that, man, from the beginning. And that should lift your spirits to let you know that, guess what? The Lord has favor on you. The Lord is using you for something greater, man. I don't know about you, but me, that would have me excited, man, that the Lord had chose me out of a plethora of human beings on the planet, man, little old me, to give me his knowledge, his wisdom, his understanding, the breath of life, to see fit that I live and have a chance for everlasting life, man. The Lord gave that to you, man. Right, read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out the womb, I sanctified thee.
I did what?
I sanctified thee.
Hey, the Lord said, look, before you even was born, man, I knew you, man. And before you even came out of your mother's womb, I sanctified you. I separated you, right? I anointed you on one hand, and then I separated you from the world. And I'm the one that brought you here, man. And the Most High is the one that drew you to Yahweh Shai, man. That's the only way you can come to it, but the Lord draw you to it, man. The Lord brought you out of that darkness and gave you that light, man. He gave you that headlight that you can shine through a place where it's dark, where you can see where other people are stumbling at noonday. They in darkness, man. Groping. They don't know what's going on. Destroying themselves, man. Smoking. Getting drunk. Fornicating. Right? Committing adultery. Doing everything. But see, these cats don't understand that there's war coming, man. That there's famine coming. Right? Actual death is on the way, man. Right? But our people don't get it because they're mixed among the heathen. And they want to do their works, man. Go ahead. Huh? You know what I'm saying? They're mixed among the heathen, man. And they want to do exactly what they do. And it's, hey, man, look. You should have never really, matter of fact, give me Ezekiel 33.
Right? Ezekiel 33 and 30. Right?
Ezekiel 33:30. You give me that Ephesians 4:22 slot.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 30. It reads, "Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee.
They are what?
They are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord."
And this is the thing, man. Our people be talking against us all the time, man. And you can even see it in the clubs when they be kicked back on the wall, man. Kicked back, gossiping and going on, man. That's what they doing, man. Speaking against it. What these niggas doing out here, man? Pointing and whispering and going on, man. You already know what's going on, man. And that's our people, man. But the Lord already knew that, man. Because they see, hey, it's strange, man. But the thing is that's you showing them how you came out the world and you set off that old man. You start to grow. And that's what that means is growth, change, development, right? Moving forward with things that are productive, that are conducive to your life, to your spirit, to your salvation. When you standing still and you're idle and you're doing the same things, guess what? You ain't doing nothing but I mean, being idle. I mean, I can't say nothing else about that, man. You're not growing. You're not producing anything, man. Right? Soon to be cut down. Right? Read that, Ark.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man.
The what?
The old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Hey, and that's what we have done. And those that are coming to this truth just recently or has been in it, you have put off that former conversation, the corrupt old man. And then you put on the renewing of the spirit, right? Read on.
And be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
And that's what you got to do. And that's the meaning of being born again, is by renewing the spirit of your mind, man. Right? Changing the way you think, the way you act, the what you consume, the crowd that you're around, man. The things that you feed your eyes with, right? You put in your heart. That's what being born again means, read.
And that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness, in righteousness and true holiness.
And what is righteousness and what is true? The laws of the Most High God, man.
Right.
That's it. And that's what righteousness and truth means. Keeping the laws of the Most High, man. Separating from what everybody else is doing and following after what the Lord has told you, man. Right? Give me 1 Peter 4:12, man. Why you got something? Go ahead.
This book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 32, it reads, "But call to remembrance the former days, in which after you were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions, partly whilst you were made a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly whilst you became companions of them that were so used."
See that, man? Hey, you got to recall them former days, man. When you was a part of all this stuff, man, guess what? You got illuminated, man. the Lord shed that light on you, man, and got you up out of that thing. You know what I'm saying? So now you can't think it's weird that things are starting to happen to you, right? That you're going through certain things, man. Give me that 1 Peter 4:12. You got that? Right? You can't think that it's weird that things are happening to you because it was told from the beginning that these things are going to happen. Give me that Ecclesiastes 2 real quick, right? Read that.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12.
Right.
Beloved, think not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Right, so don't think that it's strange that certain things are starting to befall you, man. That people are starting removing themselves from your life, man. That the old girl that you used to hang out with, she don't want to deal with you no more. She want to go hang out with Kendrick and Eric down the street, man. Right? Don't feel strange that your husband left you, man. Don't feel strange that your best friend you've been around for 27 years don't want to talk to you no more. Don't think it's strange that your mother don't deal with you like she used to no more, man. Right? Because it is the fiery trial that's made to try the gold in the fire, man. Right? There's more on that, read.
Verse 13, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering,
Right?
that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right, so you gotta be happy to be persecuted, man. You gotta count it all joy when you fall into those temptations, man. That you partake in Christ's death, man, and his suffering. Because guess what? At the end of the day, the Lord said everything works out good for those that love me, man. You know what I'm saying? All these things are gonna work out for the best, man. Right? Because you are able to suffer and go through those trials that the Lord put you in to refine you as gold, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 5. And as having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded.
They said what?
They shall be greatly rewarded. For God proved them and found them worthy for himself.
And that's exactly what's going on, man. Your time right now is you being proven by the Lord that he's taking that lump that was once cold, that was hid in the dirt, right? And he's taking you and he's crushing that, and he's putting pressure to you, and he's making a diamond out of that thing, man. He's causing you to shine through those fiery trials, man. Read.
As gold in the furnace has he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering.
Exactly. You're the offering offered up to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, these last days, as beautiful gold that's tried, man. And how's gold made perfect? It has to go through fire for all those impurities to come out, man. So it has to be shaken and taking all that nastiness, that dirt, all those excess minerals, man, to make it pure. And the Lord told you from the beginning, if you're going to come serve me, hey, you got to prepare yourself for that, man. Why read that?
Sirach chapter 2 and verse, I'm going to start at verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure. And constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble.
All right, so the Lord said, man, if you come to serve me, prepare your soul for temptation. Prepare to get talked about. Prepare to have to fight for the truth. Prepare to, hey, man, your life might be taken for it, man. Prepare for your family to look at you strange and say, man, what's going on? We don't want to be with you, man. We don't like you. Hey, sister, what's your nationality, sis? What's your nationality? Ethiopian? Oh, hey. All right. But nevertheless, read on.
God, verse 3, it reads, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
And that's what this truth and this walk with Yahweh Shai is you have to be patient, man, when everything in your life changes, man. Right? Because even in the truth, man, you may lose your job. Right? Like I said, you may lose your spouse, the closest person to you in life, man. Because the Lord separated you to give you an expected end that, hey, guess what? It's his good pleasure to give you the kingdom, man. Right? That you have to go through something first in order to get that. Right? Give me that Acts 14-22. What you got? Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
And that's what your reasonable service is, man. To make your body a living sacrifice, man. To be able to give up certain things to obtain the righteousness, man, that the Lord gave to you, man. To give you everything that's given. Give me, hold that. Yeah, hold that and give me, is it Isaiah 29:11? I think Jeremiah 29:11, right? Get that real quick. Right, read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse 11. For I know thy thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. To give you an expected end.
So the Lord knows the thoughts that he has towards you, man. He wants to give you that expected end, man. Like I said, it's his joy to give you the kingdom, man. He wants to give you that love, that peace, that joy, that everlasting reign, right? But you got to go through it to receive that, man. Give me that Acts 14, right? Read that.
Let's look at Acts chapter 14, verse 22. It reads, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of God.
So this the exhortation right here, man, that we exhort you to continue in the faith, because through much tribulation, you're going to enter into the kingdom of heaven, man, if you endure, right? It's not going to be a cakewalk. You're not going to have fun when it comes to serve the Lord. It's not going to say that you're not going to have fun, because you're going to hang out, feast days, have a good time with brothers and sisters, things of that nature. But it ain't always going to be fun. You're going to have long nights of study. People hate you, read all the time, fasting, praying, right? Separate yourself, man. These things are going to happen, man. You have to work in order to get that prize, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 10. And it reads, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. Thy strength is small.
Right, so your strength is small if you fall in the day of adversity, man. If you faint, right? If you get weak when that furnace get hot, man. Hey, the Lord said your strength is very little, man. That means you don't have faith. You lack the faith, man. And it's impossible, right? Give me that Hebrews 11:6 real quick, right? This is what he said about that has a lack of faith, man. Right? Read that.
Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is.
And that's playing upon tables, man. If you lack faith, it's impossible to please the Lord, man. So if you faint in the day of adversity, then you can't please the Lord, man. He can't deal with you, man. Give me that 2 Timothy chapter 3, real quick, verse 2. Read that, Luke.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 22. And reads, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company.
And that's a beautiful thing. The Lord said you're blessed when people hate you for his name's sake, and they separate themselves from you, man. That's a beautiful thing. Because their spirit can't cleave on to you that they have, man. You can't be enticed to fall into the same madness that they're into, because the Lord has separated them from you, man. Right, read.
And shall reproach you and cast your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake.
Hey, and that's what they do. They make your name evil, man. They talk down on you, man. They hate you, right? They whisper, they murmur, they complain. They think you're weird, and it is what it is, man. Right? But the Lord said you're blessed when they separate themselves from you, man. So don't think you're strange at all, right? Rejoice when these things happen, man. Go ahead.
This is Luke 6, Luke 6 and 26. It reads, "Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you."
What the Lord say?
Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you.
Hey, and that's crazy to think, because a lot of people think just because you got the popularity and everything going on for you, man, that you got it all. Everything is cool. No, but you must be doing something that everybody likes, man. But see, once you stop doing that thing that everybody likes, see what happens, man. Right? You're not supposed to be loved by everybody. Because if you loved by everybody, it's a problem. Something's wrong with that, man. Right, read on.
For so did their fathers to the false prophets.
See that? And that's what it is. And that's why everybody cleaves on to Christianity, to Islam, and all that stuff, because they hear those smooth words. They love everything that's coming out. Love, 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 love. They cling to the false prophets, the stories. Our people turn these the truth into fables, man. Right? And they love a good story. Jake love a good story, man. Right? And that's what they cling to. Right? But the Lord ain't dealing with that. The Lord is dealing with the truth and nothing but the truth, man. And that's what you should be doing. It's cleaving on to the truth, and that the Lord, hey, may see you through that darkness and give you that expected end at the end, man. Right? Because he keep telling you over and over, hey, brothers, y'all got flyers, man, take flyers for us, kings. Y'all God chosen people, man. If y'all, hey, y'all run from the word, man, you walking into death, man. Right? Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are God chosen people, man. Y'all take a flyer, man, to get to the information. Right? Hey, and stop destroying your body, man, with that faith, king. You're better than that. You're God on this earth, brother. Right? And that's what I say. They don't want to hear that, but they want to walk off to death. It is what it is, man. You know? But hey, everybody going, hey, they gonna be laughing now, but they gonna be crying later in that day, man. Right? But it's all good. Hey, read that. You got something?
This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boastful, proud, blasphemous, disobedient to parents.
Hey, and this is what you see, man. The proud, the heady, the blasphemers, those that love pleasure, going so on and so forth, man, as it keeps going, man. This is what you see in the last days. That ain't even what I wanted. I wanted 2 Timothy 2 and 3, I think. Read it.
Now this is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Right. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
See, that's so, if you want to be a soldier of Yahweh Shai, man, the army of God, hey, you got to endure that hardness, man. Right. Because the Lord ain't looking for no soft, effeminate soldiers, man. Right. Like the damn U.S. Army, man. Half of the U.S. Army, they effeminate damn homos, man. Out there, man. While everybody else gearing up, soldiers beefing up, they ready. They taking martial arts and training with guns and doing all type of stuff, man. Hey, man. Hey, U.S. Army, man. The army of Satan. They out there TikTok dancing and paint nails and things, man. Right? You don't want to be something like that. You want to endure the hardness, man. The chastening, the rebuke, the hatred, right? To be in the army of the Lord. He's looking for those good soldiers, man. Right? A few good men. Right? He ain't looking for everybody. He don't need everybody. The Lord boasts himself with his power. He's a man of war. He took Gideon with 300 men and slew thousands, man. And the Lord said to him, "It's just a man standing on the floor." What's going on, folks? You got a couple minutes to the word of the Lord? Not today. When you got time for the Lord, man. You might not make it till tomorrow, brother. You got to get it while you can. You get that sad, brother. You better repent, keep the commandments, man. Why you got something? Go ahead.
This book of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 7. It reads, if ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons.
Hey, and that's a beautiful precept, man. If you endure the chastening that the Lord has for you, he's going to deal with you as a son, man. Right? So don't think it's strange that you're going through certain things, man, and you're hated for the truth, because you're actually blessed for these things, man. Give me Matthew 10 and 38, right? Read that. Oh, come on. Matthew 10 and 38.
book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 38. And it reads, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall... Come on, verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me.
So the Lord said, if you don't take up your cross, if you don't take up the things that come with this truth, hey, and you don't, hey, and you don't accept the challenge, then you're not worthy of the Lord, man. You're not worthy to serve him. He don't want you with that, man. Right? He don't want you, man, when you always want the easy route, when you always want the smooth road. The Lord ain't about that, man. He said, through much tribulation, you will enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. Without that tribulation, hey, you might not see that kingdom, man. Right, read.
Verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
So if you in this world looking for a life, if you in this world trying to invest in long-term things on this earth, then hey, man, you're going to lose your life in the end, man, because you know your mind ain't right. Your treasures are in this earth, man, right? Your mind is going to be where your treasures are, man, right? So if you lose your life, if you're willing to give everything up and follow Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man, guess what? You're going to find life at the end. You're going to find the eternal rest. You're going to receive that everlasting life. That's what you have to do, man, right? You said you got something real quick? Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 11. My son, despise not the chastenings of the Lord, neither be ye weary of his correction.
Right.
For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as the father the son in whom he delighteth.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. Who the Lord loveth, he corrects, man. And the Lord's correction is different than your mother's, than your father's, man. He gonna put you through something, man. And he gonna bring you all the way down to that last little bit you got, man. And he gonna see if you're gonna endure that thing. And if you endure that thing, he gonna increase you like he did Job, man. Right? He gonna give you 10 times more than what you had at the end, man. All you have to do is trust and believe that, hey, the process, man. Go through the process. Believe, have that faith in the Lord that he's going to carry you through that adversity, man, so you can come out shining like a diamond at the end. What's going on here, man? Right? Read it.
This book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Right, so broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, man. And if you going into that broad, hey, that broad path, like that Christianity, that Islam, and other ways of the world, man, you going where everybody else is going, man. You following the crowd. But the Lord said narrow, right? Read on.
Verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life.
Hey, narrow is the way to life, man. It's only one man can go at a time, man. Only one. It's like that tightrope. You see them in the circus, man. You got them walking on that tightrope, foot in front of another, one foot in front of another, man. That's that narrow path, man. That's how small it is. With a fire on one side and a raging flood on the other. And if you take a step to the right, you're going to get burnt up. If you take a step to the left, you're going to drown, man. You got to stay on that narrow path, man. That only a few people are going to find that path, man. Right? You got something? Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 18. For the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
Right.
And wisdom obtaineth his love.
And that's how you're going to get that love from the Lord, is that wisdom, man. That fear. That's the beginning of knowledge. That's the beginning of understanding, man. And how do you show you fear the Lord? By keeping his commandments, man. What's going on, brothers? Y'all got a flyer, man? Y'all believe in the Bible, man? Y'all got a couple minutes for the Lord? All right, man. Y'all better repent, keep the commandments, y'all Israelites, man. Right, read them.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
And the knowledge of the commandments of the Most High God is the doctrine that's going to lead you to everlasting life, man. Read.
And they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Hey, and that's playing upon tables, man. You have to do what pleases the Lord. You can't just believe. You have to do what the Lord says. And what does that mean to believe? Give me Psalm 32 and 24, right? Read.
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
Is what?
Is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotency.
Hey, and when you perform the law, you got the knowledge of the law, you understand that the Lord is omnipotent, man. Meaning, hey, guess what? He got the power to destroy your mind at any time, man. He got the power to do whatever he pleases to do. So that fear is the beginning of wisdom. It's showing you're wise because you follow what the Lord says. The performance of the law, putting your hands forth to do the work. Yes, it's work-based, right? Coupled with faith, man. If you believe, you're going to do what? Keep the commandments. Read that.
Book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse 24. It reads, he that believeth in the Lord,
What the Lord say?
he that believeth in the Lord,
What?
taketh heed to the commandments.
That's plain upon tables, man. If you believe, you're going to take heed to the commandments of the Lord. Give me Romans 13 and 11, right? Read.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 28. For God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom.
Hey, plain upon tables, man. The Most High loves none but him that dwells with wisdom, man. And that's simple, man. So it's time to wake up, Israel, man. Right? It's time to wake up and understand that, hey, the world is going to hate you. The world don't know what you do. The world is against you. But don't be afraid to come serve the Lord because the world thinks different of you, man. Right? What's going on, King? You believe in the Bible, man? You got a couple minutes to hear the words of the Lord? Got to repent, keep the commandments, man. Right? Give me John 24 and 15. Read that.
Romans chapter 13 and verse 11, it reads, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
So Israel, man, it's time to wake up and come out of the darkness, man. It's time to wake up and stop partying all the daggone time, man. Being in folly all the time, right? Want to do what everybody else is doing, man. Separate yourself from the crowd. Dare to be different. Dare to actually love the Lord and not just be one that's talking with his mouth, man. Put forth your hand and do the work. Put your hand to the plow and till and bear fruit, man. Plow the ground, sow the seed, and allow it to grow. Go through the fire. Be refined as gold. Become pure in the eyes of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Therefore, you can be accepted in the latter end, man. Don't be afraid to go through the fire. Be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? Their slave names. What's that name? Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, I believe, right? Be like the brothers that weren't afraid to go into that furnace, man, that didn't want to follow the crowd, man. Guess what happened? They came out of that thing and didn't even smell like smoke, man. They was untouched and unscathed at the end. Don't be afraid to go through certain things, man, to be accepted by the Lord. Because this world don't accept you, man. This world don't love you. And we got to wake up and understand that. Stop trying to be loved by everybody else, by men. Because we don't care about what man do. We don't want to be accepted in man's eyes. We want to be accepted in the Lord's eyes, man. And receive everlasting life. Right, read that.
This is the book of Joshua 24 and verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve. Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house,
What the Lord say?
but as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh.
Right. So as for the commandment keeping, faith having Israelites, man, we gonna serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Over there, who does something? Who does something? Who does something?
Kingdom coming in a day, living water, that's the way. Treasure storing up the pay, wisdom sharpening our ways. Raise it, watch it blaze. Narrow road, that's the lane. Put this truth in their face while I'm staying out the way. Was a rat in a race, now I do it for his name. Yahweh will let it rain. Pump it up for the pain, know the truth never change. I'm just praying for his grace, judgment coming any day. Never knew how it came, you can go against the grain. We gon' do what it say. On delay, no delay. Block commands, no debate. Live my brothers like a crane, cause I just wanna see you up and never ever flop again. I want the land and the lake, but rather see my people safe. I got used to the rain, yeah, how was shot for the faith. All this faith in my veins, I can do anything. Never tell you that you can't, a man is what he thinks. Precision vision with the aim, prophecy dropping, they can't stop. Yeah, you can watch, but you can't clock. I'm in the night like a great box. Double cup up, P, they can't cop. Brother, I love you, you're not my eye. Sister, I love you, you got my heart. You know the light rose up out the dark. Hey, you know a blaze start from a spark. Hey, Saint Leap, ain't for the weak with the fleet. Came for the kingdom, Prince of Peace. Pray that I meet you, mention me. Know that I need you. Yahweh, he tower the eagle. On top of they tower is feeble. We push repentance to the people. These bones, they dry like the sea from Saint Leap. And it ain't for the weak with the fleet. And we came for the kingdom, Prince of Peace. Pray that I meet you, mention me. Know that I need you. Yahweh, he tower the eagle. On top of they tower is feeble. We push repentance to the people. These bones, they dry like the seagulls.